And welcome back to Electric Bike Mark. On this video I'm going to be riding the ENGWE D5 2.0 20-inch version. It is a 48 volt 750 watt motor e-bike that has a 15 amp hour battery, full suspension, quickly becoming my favorite bike, or right up there as one of my favorites to ride. I just love this bike. So let's talk about today seniors. We're talking 55 plus community buying an e-bike and what to look for and what seniors would like to see in their bike when they purchase it. Senior e-bike riders age 55 and older place the highest priority on physical accessibility, stability, and maximum safety, prioritizing comfort and peace of mind over raw speed and complex technology. As many use e-bikes to maintain independent mobility, run errands, or stay active without straining joints, their design preferences are highly specific. Frame design and accessibility. Physical ease of use dictates how senior riders choose an e-bike. Deep step-through frames, such as this one right here. Ultra-low frame clearance is essential. Riders want to mount and dismount without swinging a leg high over a tube or a top tube, which can cause balance loss. Low seat to ground geometry. Riders prefer foot forward designs. This allows them to sit comfortably on the saddle while still placing both feet flat on the pavement when stopped. And that's me. Upright riding ergonomics. High handlebars and adjustable stems are favored. This position keeps the spine vertical, reducing pressure on the lower back, neck, and wrists. Swept back handlebars. Bars that curve toward the rider allow for a relaxed, better steering control, or for a relaxed arm position, I should say, ensuring better steering control without overreaching. Stability, balance, and control. Maintaining balance is a primary focus for older cyclists, leading to specific mechanical preferences. Puncture-resistant fat tires. Wide tires, 3 to 4 inches, provide a broader contact patch with the ground, dampening vibrations from potholes and absorbing pavement cracks. Three-wheeled e-trike options. For those with inner ear or balance concerns, electric tricycles are immensely popular due to their inherent tip resistant at zero speed. Smooth torque sensors. Seniors prefer torque sensing motors. They deliver smooth, predictable power that matches leg pressure, avoiding the sudden jarring acceleration common with cheap cadence sensors. Low center of gravity. Battery placement integrated low into the down tube or center frame is preferred over rear rack batteries, which can make the bike feel tail heavy and unwieldy. Comfort and safety enhancements. Seniors seek components that prevent fatigue and maximum visibility. Plush suspension saddles. Oversized gel padded seats paired with built-in suspension seat posts are highly desired to cushion the spine from bumps. Hardwired LED lights. Ultra bright integrated front and rear lights that turn on automatically ensure the rider is highly visible to motorists at all times of day. Rear view mirrors. Pre-installed handlebar mirrors are a highly requested accessory, allowing the rider to monitor traffic behind them without twisting their neck. High-powered hydraulic brakes. Riders want effortless stopping power. Hydraulic disc brakes require very little hand grip force to actuate, making them ideal for individuals with arthritis. Simplified technology and utility. While technology is valued, it must be highly intuitive and free of unnecessary friction. Large high contrast displays. Riders want simple oversized screens with large text that are easily readable in direct sunlight without reading glasses. Mechanical simplicity, I'll get it right. Minimalists, button pads to change assist levels are preferred over complex multi-tiered smartphone app menus. thumb throttles. An on-demand throttle is highly valued to get the bike moving from a complete stop before the pedals are turned. Sturdy in front and rear baskets. Large integrated cargo capacities are needed to carry groceries, medical supplies, or a pet securely without relying on heavy backpacks. Okay, so let's hop on and talk a little bit more about this. A lot of the points that I just made to you are ones that I particularly like. And let me turn the bike back on. First of all, just now getting on the bike down here, there's lots of room here to get on this bike with the step through frame. I absolutely love that. And this bike has something else I absolutely love, and that's the auto gears. The auto setting is really nice on this bike. This bike has the full suspension that I like. There's not too much that this bike doesn't have. One thing that I would like to see on this bike or future models would be, they've got the turn signals really nicely done on this bike, better than on most, I would say, but they only have them on the back. And if they could put those turn signals on the front and separate them a decent distance apart so people can actually, you know, differentiate between turning left and right. And I'm not a big fan personally of a tail light or a brake light that flashes. That's not a brake light in my opinion. A brake light is a solid bright red light, and I'd like to see that. This bike has it, but I mean I'd like to see that on all bikes. All the correct lighting that you need for road. You know, especially if they're gonna be taking us off trails, which I don't want to see that happen, but you know, there are some locations that are banning bikes now, and it might get worse here off of trails, and that's not a good thing, in my opinion. A lot of people like to do their recreational riding on those trails, away from traffic. Like I'm on a road right now with no bike lane, and I want to get this light. If I can get it. I started going a little faster to get this light. This bike is really, really nice, I gotta tell you. It picks up the speed, and on this auto, it senses how I'm pedaling, how hard I'm pedaling, and it can do what I want it to do. If I start pedaling harder, it'll go faster, helping me. It knows just what I want. I really like the torque sensor on bikes because it gives you control. It's not the herky-jerky, you know, like a cadence sensor just quickly wants to get up to the speed. I'm going to turn here. It quickly gets up to the speed right away, and you don't feel like you have control. And I like to have control. And something else we talked about, I guess this is a dead end. I don't want to go down here. Something else we talked about earlier is that feet on the ground flat. I know not everybody wants that because they want to have leg extension, but I'm willing to sacrifice. I know it's a little more comfortable pedaling with more leg extension, but I'm not going to give up my feet on the ground for that. I want more, I want full stability. I want to be able to, when I come to a stop, like I'm going to right here, because I stop at every stop sign, and I want to be able to put my feet down flat. They don't have to be completely flat, but I want them at least down, you know, at least the top half of my feet, where I have control. Yeah, I sacrifice. I don't care about that leg extension if it's going to mean not being able to touch the ground. I need to have the feeling of stability. That might just be me, but I think that's a lot of people. And if you do have balance issues, the great option we have for bikes is a trike. There's lots of great e-trikes out there, and I would highly recommend, if you have any issues at all, any anxiety toward balance with a two-wheel e-bike, get yourself a trike. There's no reason that you should be left out of riding a bicycle. It doesn't have to be two wheels, it can be three. Right now, I do not have an issue personally with balance. I'm 61 years old, but I don't know when my balance is going to start to go on me. And you know what? If I start having issues and I can't control a two-wheeler, or it's too dangerous for me, I am going to definitely switch over to a trike. That won't bother me at all. As long as you can get out there and ride. Lots of traffic here. This bike has quick acceleration. It's got 90 Newton meters of torque. And it picks up really quickly. And smooth. The bike is so smooth. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are some of the points that I hit on exactly how you feel, what you look for in a bike? Or do you have different priorities that you like on your electric bike? And let me know also if you're a rider of a two-wheeler or a three-wheeler, because I'm seeing a lot of trikes these days. Lots more people getting out on a trike, which is awesome. This bike here has basically all you need. Yeah, this one is $19.99, the price. I do have a $50 discount code if you wanted to buy this bike in the descriptions. I gotta say though, if you want a good bike that feels really good, this would be one that I would definitely suggest to you. The one thing about buying an e-bike, and it's always tricky, and it's been for me, I've never been able to test ride one before, I'm going to go this way, before purchasing it, because I've always bought online, direct to home, you know, and it'd be nice if you could try them, right? If you were down to choosing from 3 or 4 bikes and just feel the difference. It's hard to explain on here. I mean, I can tell you how I feel on riding it, but you gotta actually experience it really for yourself to really know. And it's kind of hard. I know it is. It's definitely hard. It's not kind of. When you are buying it online, you don't get a test ride. You just buy it and hope for the best, you know, and hopefully you can find information online, be it YouTube videos or what have you, to see what others, you know, that are reviewing the bike, how they feel, and just get a general, I guess, that way. But we're all different on what we're looking for. Like, I don't know how much I would change on this bike, but this bike is getting pretty close to what I would say is the perfect bike. I mean, I like 20-inch wheels, which this is. I like fat tires. This has got that. It's got the step-through frame, which I really like. And it's got enough speed and power. You know, it's got all of that, so it just rides so nice. I really like this bike. I keep saying that, but I really do. It's impressive. It's the Himaway D5 2.0 20-inch. They also have a 26-inch version. But I chose the 20-inch. That's right up my alley. I'm not the tallest guy in the world. At 5'9", my inseam is 30 inches. And big bikes are nice. I'm not opposed to them, but my preference is the 20-inch wheels. I think I just feel more in control, I think, I would say. You know, like you got... You've got better control, in my opinion. Look at, I've turned on the turn signal, and hopefully it's showing up on here, but you can see the indicator is on the display. I guess something they could do is make a little noise like your car has, where the little tick tick, so you know that it's on and you don't forget that it's on. Would be good, but I mean, otherwise I can't find too much wrong with this. Like, I don't know what I would add. Possibly a larger battery, I suppose. It's got a 15 amp hour. I think it might come in an option for dual, actually. That might be something if you want to go further distance. I guess I would look at that. And also turn signals in the front would be good. But other than that, I really like the look of this bike. It's right up my alley for what, you know. It's got nice looking tires on it, Kenda tires with enough tread. You can see there's enough tread that you can kind of do a little bit of light off road, like gravel a little bit too, and pavement. But yeah, I'm gushing over this bike because I really like it. But anyway, that's going to do it for this video today. I wanted to get out and talk a little bit about senior riders 55 plus and what you should be looking for when you're buying a bike that'll make it more comfortable for you. And hopefully that helps you. And hey, if you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you would like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much. Just hit that subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And if you want to leave a comment on this or any other videos that you've seen on the channel, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. Once again, thank you for joining me on this video. And until next time, be safe everyone, and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.